You told yourself at the top of this year that this was the going to be the year that you were going to go full time in your business as a coach, and you were going to be able to ditch your 9 to 5 and really be able to bring in 5 to 10K months consistently so that you can transition into coaching full time. But you constantly gave yourself goals, told yourself promises, and you constantly break those goals or break those promises to yourself. And because of that, you have subconsciously trained your body to not believe you to follow through with the goals and with the promises that you've set. And I completely understand how you feel because I used to do the same thing. I used to set goals and not meet them. And then those goals would just roll over month after month after month. And so my body began to believe, oh, she doesn't believe she doesn't believe what she's saying. Right. Like, so I would set these goals and then it wouldn't happen. And it would constantly roll over month after month after month. I would have a goal have 3 clients for that month. And that same goal will roll over month after month. And it wasn't until I changed this key component in my business and in myself, truly did the inner work to truly be able to see the results that I'm now seeing in my business. But it really took a matter of doing the deep inner work and building that self-trust back, right? Because entrepreneurship is literally anchoring onto your self-trust. It really is. You have to be able to be the leader to make those split-second decisions. And so when you constantly tell yourself like, yeah, I'm going to show up for my business, I'm going to be able to transition full time this year. So you tell yourself you're going to show up, you're going to market your business. And so you plan to show up live, you plan to post, but then you ghost your audience for days at a time, weeks at a time. You tell yourself like, okay, yeah, I'm going to raise my price for my coaching package, but then you start to hesitate, you start to pull back, you start to shrink your prices, right? You tell yourself that you're gonna launch, and then when it's time for you to launch, it's like your nervous system kicks in and you stall. And so now you don't trust yourself. And so on this episode of the Daily Dose, I'm gonna be breaking down for you how I was able to rebuild trust and drive sales in my coaching business. Okay. So for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Janel Ranée, and I help you to transition into coaching full time without chasing clients, without self-sabotaging, and without sacrificing time with your loved ones. All right. And so the Daily Dose is a daily episode of divine overflow of spirit-led empowerment. That is the dose. Divine overflow of spirit-led empowerment. And this is where I come live to you every single day, well, Monday through Friday, and I pour out encouragement, and I equip you and I empower you on your journey of entrepreneurship. Okay, so this is what we do here in the Daily Dose. And so let's jump into what I have for you today. Okay, and so what it is you have to understand that self-trust is the cornerstone of entrepreneurship. If you can't trust yourself, right? If you can't trust yourself, if you can't lead yourself, don't expect others to trust you to lead them as their coach. This is vital. And so I do have a reflection question for you that I really want you to just take some time and just do this deep inner work, grab your journal, and really think and ponder on where have you broken trust with yourself? In what area of your business and your life have you not shown up and you continue to flake on yourself? Ponder on that. Really think of that and get to the core, get to the root. And how is it affecting your business? And so I really just want you to take that time to reflect and to really bring that revelation to the forefront of your mind so you can start to really build that trust, that inner trust again. All right. Because one thing that I know for certain, I've done this, I've had the planner and I've written all my goals down. I've done all the work to like have that strategic plan set, but you can have the tasks scheduled perfectly in your planner. But if your body doesn't feel safe due to subconscious belief blocks, you'll continue to self-sabotage. And so you'll tell yourself, yes, I'm gonna go live this year. I'm gonna go live today. I'm gonna transition into coaching full time this year. I'm gonna, acquire 3 clients this month. And when it's time for you to do those tasks that you schedule on your planner, you have literally, if you have my content creation compass, you'll know, like, this is a simplified and systemized social media marketing tool that helps. It's an all-in-one business and life planner. It's undated, and it's a monthly planner for you to have long form videos, short form videos, and just your daily plan. Like every single day, you have your top 3 goals that you're getting done for that day, or your top 3 things, your top 3 tasks that you're getting done, and you set the time, right? You set the time for when you're going to have it executed. And so you can have it all marked out on your planner, but you don't have to necessarily show up, right? Like you can have it all planned out there. But if your body doesn't feel safe because of subconscious beliefs, you're not going to show up. You're going to continue to self-sabotage. And this is the deep work that I do with my clients. Yes, I'm going to give you the blueprint. I'm going to teach you exactly how to craft your offer, your signature offer. We're going to develop your marketing plan, how you're going to speak of your offer and positioning it to primary buyers, right? To premium buyers. And we're also going to build out your simplified sales funnel so that you have sales coming in on repeat, right? With automations. And we're literally going to dive in to have your business running as a well-oiled machine. So yes, I have the blueprint inside of my Business by Belief Accelerator. But the thing that sets me apart from most coaches is because my first career was a registered nurse. And because I am a nurse and I understand the anatomy and physiology of the body and how God has truly designed our bodies to function and to operate, and because of my keen assessment skills that I've developed over years of nursing, it's funny how God will just use everything that your experiences and incorporate it in what He's called you to do. And so as a coach, don't discount the things that you've done before, because God is going to use all of that to help you to assist your clients as well. And so inside of my Business by Belief Accelerator, not only do I help my clients to build out the blueprint for their business, but really to stabilize their belief systems that are the foundation to their business, because your business will only grow to the extent of your belief systems and your body's safety. So if your body doesn't feel safe, it's because there are subconscious belief blocks that you're not even consciously aware of. There are belief blocks there that you're operating on autopilot. So your automatic nervous system is controlled by your subconscious mind. And so this is controlling 95% of your actions. And so if you don't do the work, even till this day, I'm still doing this work. It's a work that is constantly evolving as you're going and building your business and going to the next level of success. Meeting your next goal, it requires new belief systems, and it requires you reprogramming the old beliefs that are no longer serving you. Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the patterns of this world. Do not conform to the patterns. There are cycles, there are patterns, generational patterns that continue to show up. And I think the reason why this hits so hard for me just now is because it's a constant thing. Like I have a tool that my root system that I use not only on my clients, but on myself as well. And there was a pattern that I recognized just this morning in doing the work. And so it's something that's continuous. And it's like, when you get that revelation, it's like, whoa, I didn't even realize I was doing that. And now that you have the awareness, you're like, oh, I can change. I don't have to think that way anymore. I'm going to think this way instead. And so I'm telling you, this tool is so powerful. The root system is so powerful, and this is just one of the tools that I use. But it's really important to unravel and back to Romans 12:2, sorry. It's really important for you to not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's the only way to bring true transformation in your life. It's by renewing your mind, reprogramming your subconscious beliefs, okay? Because you can know exactly what to do and still not show up to do it. And this is why. This is the work. This is the work that I am so proud to be able to do with my clients. All right. And so to shift out of doubt and into integrity, you must rebuild trust in yourself. You have to rebuild trust. So the way in which I was able to rebuild trust, self-trust, and drove sales in my coaching business is through this action. Okay. It's through really building out trust. And so trust is an acronym, and I'm going to jump into it with you. All right. So The first letter is the T, and it's tiny wins first. Okay. So keep small promises to yourself daily. So if you say you're going to do one post, do it. If you say you're going to send one DM to follow up on a prospect, do it. If you say you're going to, do one follow up, do it. So your body relearns you mean what you say. And each time you show up for yourself, celebrate yourself. Okay. Celebrate. Like literally, like when you go live, you say, "Oh, I did that. I did it. I'm so proud of you." You look in the mirror, you tell yourself, I call this like you really have to cheer yourself on. I call this your inner bestie. Like you have to be your own inner bestie, not your own inner bully. So you gotta like cheer yourself on and celebrate each time. And this rewires your neurological pathways. And so you're training your body to follow through. You're training yourself to say, no, I am a person that follows through on what I say. And this builds your trust. Okay. This builds self-trust, excuse me. So that is the first T. That's the first T. Celebrate these tiny wins. Okay. So the R is regulate your nervous system. So fear of failure, judgment, rejection can hijack action. Safety practices help you to override it. And so this is why I just mentioned like being your own inner bestie, having your own inner bestie instead of your inner bully. So you're going to replace that inner bully that constantly shames you and judges you and puts these fear tactics on you, like, oh, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna fail, you're gonna be judged, you're gonna be laughed at, you're gonna be ridiculed, you're gonna be misunderstood. And so because of these fears, underlying fears, they will hijack action. They will cause you to stop in your track. And so this is why I said earlier that you can have all the tasks written down on your planner. You know exactly what time you're going to execute what task. But if you do not regulate your nervous system, and this is why inside of Business by Belief, one of the tools that I use is my SAFE protocol, because my SAFE protocol in the moment, like right before you're about to go live, if you're feeling the anxiety come in, because that used to happen to me. I used to be afraid. I used to be so scared to go live. Now I do it like it's nothing. Why? Because I've done the work. I've done these things. And so me showing up for myself, going live when I say I'm going to go live, this builds self-trust. And when I show up to do these things, this is when the sales come in, because marketing is the heartbeat of your business, right? Yes, you have to have a compelling offer and you have to have a simplified sales funnel, but you also need to have compelling marketing. You have to show up consistently, right? So that you can make yourself visible and put your offer out there, give people the opportunity to find you, right? And so it's really important that you regulate your nervous system in the midst, because this is something that I used to have real bad fears behind: visibility, being seen, being misunderstood, being judged. These were the things that were like sabotaging my business. And now that I've been able to regulate, I'm able to now show up. I'm able to show up confidently with conviction, knowing that what I have to say is important. There's so much belief blocks that I've overcome. So this is why I'm so passionate about doing this work, because I understand how these belief systems will hinder and block your business growth. And so I've done the work already. I've gone before my clients, and now I can help my clients to scale even faster than the way I've been able to. All right. So that is the R. So now we're going to jump into the U, which is to uproot limiting beliefs. And so identify the subconscious lies keeping you in procrastination or perfectionism. Ooh, wee. And so, my goodness, I was here for so long, and sometimes it tries to creep back in. Okay, this is why this work is so necessary, to continue to do this work daily, because you'll find that it'll be so sneaky and so subtle. So this is why you need the tools. You need the root system tool. You need the safety protocol. You need to know how to do the inner work. You need my belief blueprint, so you can see and identify when these subconscious lies try to keep you in procrastination and perfectionism. I've been doing this work, and I've been helping my clients to do this work, and it is making a tremendous difference. Because when you uproot limiting beliefs and you reprogram those things, it's like you now show up as the person that God has called you to be, as the coach that God has called you to be, as the business owner, as the entrepreneur. You set boundaries, right? You set boundaries with yourself and with your clients, within your business, and it just allows you to flourish. Right? So you set boundaries, you practice self-compassion, self-love, you show up consistently, you market with conviction and confidence and certainty and clarity, because you know what it is you have to offer. You're uprooting these limiting beliefs and lies that you've believed. Man, it's just so powerful. Like this morning I was able to uproot this. I wasn't even aware of it. And by using this tool and with the Holy Spirit prompting, bringing something back to my memory from my childhood that was hindering my business. And so I'm telling you, this is the work. This is the work, because you can know what to do and not do it because of subconscious lies keeping you in procrastination. When you find yourself scrolling instead of creating, you're consuming all this content instead of putting yourself out there and creating the content, and you're absorbing all these things, and you want to send the email, but you're afraid you're going to be misjudged. Like, these are this is the work. This is the work. Okay. So now we're going to jump into the S. The S is another thing that I did, and what I help my clients to do to build self-trust so that you can grow sales in your business, is something that's huge. And it's literally the first module, the first step of my CPR framework is your signature framework. This is the S, signature framework. A clear premium offer gives you confidence that your process works to guide your clients through transformation. And so when you have a signature framework that you can literally guide your clients from point A to point B, I'm telling you, it's a life changer, not just for you with your confidence when you're facilitating the transformation, but also it gives your clients, premium clients, clarity. Because premium clients are not going to they're not just people who are looking for bargains, right? They're not just people who are looking for the features or the added bonuses or what else am I getting? Am I getting more of your time? Like, these premium buyers, they think differently. They behave differently. They want to know that you can get them from point A to point B in the faster, better, more efficiently, quicker. Like, they want to know that you can take them through this transformation. They are paying for the transformation. They're not paying for just random sessions and more of your time. No, they want the result. That is what they're paying for. They have a problem. You are going to solve their problem, right? Or you're going to guide them and help them to solve their problem. And so this is what premium buyers want. And so this is why when you craft a signature framework and you place it within a premium offer, it gives you confidence that your process works to guide your clients through the transformation that they're desiring. So you are able to show up with clarity, conviction, with confidence. Okay. All right, my lovey. So now we're going to jump into the final letter in the trust acronym that I have for you to build self-trust to drive sales in your coaching business. And the final letter is T. Take aligned action. Trust grows not by waiting to feel ready, but by acting in alignment with your future self. This is it. You gotta act in alignment with your future self. I teach my clients this all the time. When you are making decisions, you need to be making decisions from your future self. What would Janel 2.0 be doing right now? What decision would she be making in this moment? The more you make decisions from your future self is the more you become your future self. And so it's so vital to take aligned action. This is what builds your self-trust. It's in the action work. But before you can do the action, you have to do the first other steps that we mentioned, right? getting to the root, uprooting the limiting beliefs, regulating your nervous system. And so for you to take aligned action, it really takes you embodying the version of yourself that you are becoming. This is it. And the more you do that, the more you step into her, is the more your trust elevates. You trust yourself to lead yourself. And when you trust yourself to lead yourself, that confidence exudes, and that energy magnetizes the women or men or whoever you're called to serve, and magnetizes your clients. Because now it's like you're exuding this confidence. You're exuding this conviction. You're embracing and embodying your identity as a business owner, as a coach, as a leader, as a thought leader, as a guide. And so now you have the confidence to lead your clients through their transformation, because now you're taking that aligned action. You're showing up as her. Okay, so this is the work. This is the work. Okay, this is the work that I do inside of Business by Belief Accelerator. Go ahead and comment belief, and I will send you the application to apply. Okay, to apply for the Business by Belief Accelerator. All right, and so we're going to jump back into how I'm just going to do a quick recap, jumping back into the steps on how to actually build self-trust, how I was able to build self-trust and drive sales in my coaching business, and how I teach my clients to do the same. And we're going to be breaking down the TRUST acronym, which is tiny wins first. Okay, celebrating every single win, doing tiny steps. If it's one post, one DM, one email, one reel, whatever, do a tiny win. It allows your body to trust you again. It allows your body to relearn that your words and your promises to yourself can be trusted. The R, regulates your nervous system. Woo, so important. So important. And I have registered nurse back tools. As a registered nurse, I have tools inside of my Business by Belief Accelerator that guide you and help you in the moment to regulate your nervous system. Okay. Now you're going to also uproot limiting beliefs, because these limiting beliefs is what's going to subconsciously sabotage your business growth. You're going to have a signature framework that you're going to use as a guide to get your clients from point A to point B. This way it builds trust. It builds self-trust in your process, and trust with your clients as well. You have a whole new confidence when you have your signature framework. And then finally, the last letter is take aligned action. Show up as your future self now. Okay. So to shift out of doubt and into integrity and grow your coaching business, you must build trust in yourself. This is how I rebuilt self-trust and drove sales in my coaching business. I want to do the same for you. So comment belief, or just click the link in the description and sign up and apply for the Business by Belief Accelerator. I would love to serve you inside. All right, I'll see you in the next live. Before I go, I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you in the next one.